Fourth graders, welcome to your first day of instruction. And as the song says, it's time to get started. Summer is almost over, but learning has only just begun. And I look forward to a very cool, a very fun year. And I look forward to working with you. And my hope for you all is that this year is a real score and that you do your best to make this year a real bullseye. So welcome. No need to be nervous. What I want you to do today is get more comfortable with our Google Classroom learning platform and the schedule that we're going to be using every day. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so I can show you exactly what it is you're going to be doing today. So once you get on to your browser, you are going to go to Google Classroom. All right, once you go to Google Classroom, you'll see some things above, but what you really want to do is go to Tuesday, September 8th, because that is today. And listed below will be all the things that you'll be doing today on Tuesday, September 8th. Now, the one thing that's not listed that will be at the very top is something called Morning Message. So when you click on Morning Message, which I don't have ready quite yet, you will get to a page that looks like this, that has my virtual fourth grade classroom in it. And on there, as I've said before, are links to the Roosevelt Library, to our virtual book shelf, and to Tumble Books. There's also a link to our noon full class Zoom meeting. And right here will be a link to our morning message, which is exactly what you're watching right now. So that'd be the first thing that you're going to see on there every single day is the morning message, which will take you right to our virtual classroom for some resources and the Zoom link and to watch our morning message so you know what to do. So the first thing you're doing is ring, 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 9:30 arrives. You are going to gym. And to get to gym, instead of going down the hallway or going down the steps into the gym, you're going to go to Mr. Burns' Google Classroom. So go to your classes. You've already joined his classroom and see what he has in store for you today. If it's a Zoom, he'll have a link listed there. If it's an activity, he will tell you what to do. So go to his page at 9:30 to see what you're going to be doing. And gym typically will last anywhere from 9:30 to 9:50 or 9:30 to 10 o'clock. Then you get a little 15-minute break because at 10:15, it just tells you to go to your Google Classroom for your reading group. So if you are assigned to my reading group, once again, you would go to your classes and choose Mr. Johnson's reading group. If you are with Mrs. Snyder, you will go to classes and choose Mrs. Snyder's reading group. Mrs. Flannery, same thing. Mrs. Zooks, same idea. You'll go to their classroom, and when you get to their classroom, you will have their Zoom link. You will be joining their Zoom call, and there you will be in reading groups, working on fluency, working on novel studies, working on vocabulary, and that'll be every day, 10:15 to 10:45. So that's going to be your reading group. At that point, you can choose to take a break, take some lunch if you'd like, doesn't matter. You then will go, the next responsibility you have is your class Zoom, which the link is right there. That'll be everybody. And today is Tuesday, so today we'll be doing reading in our class Zoom and a little bit of math in our class Zoom. So when you actually see this in the morning, you probably won't even see the reading lesson, learning to read intensely, or the math lesson, place value review, because I will have that hidden until noon, because we will be doing that in Zoom. And then whatever we don't finish, or you have some extra practice to do afterwards, you can do it then. So you will see the other things on there at 6 a.m. this morning. You will not have access to the reading or the math assignment until noon, when our Zoom call starts. So that will lead us to ReadWorks. So if you click on ReadWorks, it's called Music. And we'll sign you in when you click on the link. We'll try to make this as easy as possible that you don't need to do too much. You might need to log in via Google. All you do is click on your link there. All right, once you get onto here, it will open up, and on it, you will find different articles related to music. Now, mine's loading very slowly, which I'm sure you will experience at some point. Try not to get frustrated. If it takes a while, maybe walk away, get a drink of water, get a quick snack, come back, and then hopefully it'll be loaded. When it does come up, you will see several articles on music. You will click on one. If there's only one available to click on the one available to click on. You're going to read it. You can read it. You can also listen to it. There's an audio feature. You can read it and listen to it at the same time. When you are done, there'll be a tab that says Book of Knowledge. You will click that and you will type in 2 or 3 things you learned from that article. And then you will click Submit. And you are all done. That should take no more than about 10 minutes every day. It's a little warm up, really trying to build some background knowledge and vocabulary in as easy and quick a way as possible. So knowledge is power. We want to get them as much information as possible. So that'll be a daily thing that we're doing every day, Monday through Thursday. So look for that every single day. You only need to do 1 per day. So do 1 and then move on. If you have a ton of free time and you want to do more for that day, I guess go right ahead. That's fine by me. So that will be the ReadWorks. Sorry, it's not loading, but I'm in my basement and the internet is not very savvy, not very good down here. So I'm going to go back to my classroom so we can go over the next assignment. And the next assignment is learning to read intensely. Now we're going to be meeting at noon in our Zoom on this, reading chapter 1 of Tiger Rising, and then doing a couple of questions that go along with that, which will be located right here. All they do is click on that. If for some reason you need to review what we read when you're doing the questions on your own, or if you couldn't make our Zoom for some reason and you let me know, then we have Tiger Rising. We have it being read on YouTube, and then we also have the actual transcript, the words to chapter 1 of Tiger Rising, located right here for your convenience. So if you do open up the document, you will see that in Tiger Rising, you will have certain things that you need to do. Oh, that's actually the written part of it. So that's, you might need that, you might not. The words, here is the Google Doc that actually has what you're going to be putting into place. And there it is. So all you need to do is put your answers into the boxes that I have provided. And then the second half of the assignment is for you to read your Just Right book. So your realistic fiction chapter book that you have chosen, either from a library, from home, from Storia on the Roosevelt Library site, or you are going to order a book from the Roosevelt Library, or you are going to buy a book, or you're going to go to a neighbor's house and find a book, or you are going to go onto our epic guided reading level library, virtual library that is on my virtual classroom, or you're going to go onto Tumble Books and there are books to read in there. So we need a realistic fiction chapter book to be looking at, and you are going to read for a little bit, and then you are going to answer the same questions you worked on with Tiger Rising below with the book of your choice, and you'll submit that when you are finished. When we go down to the next assignment, it is math. And math we will also be touching on in our Zoom call. But if you're not there or you need an extra review, there's a short review on place value here that I have included. And then you will go ahead and go on to your place value review document and do the best you can on that and submit when you are finished. So that's going to be your math lesson for today. And then the final thing that you'll be doing today is science. It's really cool. It's how do scientists know so much kind of exploring what it means to be a scientist and what makes a good scientist. And it is a mystery science lesson. So all they will need to do is click on that link, and the mystery science page will come up, and they will go through the activity. They will play the videos. When the videos are done, they'll move on. There's an arrow right here. They'll move on to the next screen. Eventually, they'll have a chance to draw their hand and do some things with that. So kind of follow along with the lesson. And then when you're done with the entire lesson, then you go back to your assignment, and then you go ahead and open up the document, and then you answer a few follow-up questions that had to do with the lesson that you went through for science. And then when you're done with that, you are done for today. And that is your first day of 4th grade right there, folks. If you have questions, you can email me or ask me in our Zoom sessions. You can find a time to work with me individually if you're having trouble with something. I'm more than happy to help. I just want to make this a great experience for everyone and a fun experience, because if you're not having fun, you're doing it all wrong. So have a good attitude and have a fantastic day, everybody.